Hey guys, it's StickFiguresMaster here. I wanted to let you all know that I'm trying to get to 10 mil um, being a goal on OldSchool RuneScape, and for right now I've got 5.2 mil, and that means that I'm 40%, 48% below getting my 10 mil. But for right now, I'm going to try to get 5.5 mil, which is 5,500,000 GP. And with that goal being reached right at this very moment, at this current time, I'm trying to cut my goals in 500k bits, because that would kind of give me like the ability to try to strive and not quit a little bit better. So, and although I haven't even told you guys about this goal, I've not even really told you guys this because I was afraid if maybe if I ever told anyone that I have 10 mil, that there'd be a high chance I'm gonna probably have to change my password a few times or something because of hackers and all that. But anyway, though, I feel like I have a safe account. I feel like I've not been penalized in any way thanks to anyone trying to hack me. I've lost full bandos one time though to some guy who was hacking my account, and he actually claimed to work with Jagex. Though a long story just happens to be about how he got me to do something, and he kind of had a while of getting closer to my account each time. But yeah, so there's been that one guy who I've had to deal with for quite a little while. He's been trying to get at my account, and luckily, all he stole was my full bandos, which I was able to replace because of in-game wealth that I had in my inventory. So, but not in my inventory, like in my bank money space and all that. So, but he wasn't able to guess my pin or anything because, frankly, I wouldn't tell anyone that. But I wanted to let you all know that my 10 mil goal is just something special. It's just that in RuneScape from back in the days when RuneScape 2 beta was out, I think I tested it out. I'm not sure if I did though. And whatever happened was, after we had to really start our accounts fresh because the beta wasn't going to keep anything in terms of data that it remembered about the RuneScape accounts made. It was kind of really sad to hear that Jagex was going to delete all those profiles of anyone's accounts with any level ups that they already gained. Because remember now, it was only the RuneScape 2 beta, and if anyone back in the day had actually played the RuneScape 2 game, but the beta as well in the game was, for a start, it was going to be not even permanent because a beta is a beta. It's just testing elements, and it's just testing gears and mechanics that people like to strain enough time into to make sure things are going to be safe and clean. But yeah, that happened to be a long time of processing, and I guess now in today's economy there was RuneScape 3, but I want to let you guys know something is that in RuneScape 2, after the beta of RuneScape 2, when RuneScape 2 was finally launched without any beta, without any alpha, I loved that in RuneScape 2 it was so environmentally clean, but yeah, there was quite a lot of bots still. There was actually, at the most part, there was a few bots here and there each time, so that kind of really ruined things for some people, and it kind of made made assureness and awareness of prices to be guessably a little lower than higher, because with bots in the game, they were filling up empty places for people that would have been real live people that would have possibly made a difference in the game instead of a machine that plays others' accounts. And so, with that being said, because of RuneScape's bots, they've not only decreased the price of items in RuneScape because of how the average person only makes so many things in RuneScape, and a bot is programmed simply to take orders from directions that are being given to them by script and all sorts. They are being told how to play the game by a script or by scripts, and they are being lesson learned about all their functionalities in RuneScape, and thank God that a lot of the bots in RuneScape in today's economy is now pretty much banned and gone. Except I really kind of hated though that there still is and still are some bots here and there sometimes, and that it really kind of just affects hugely the in-game wealth, and also the price and the mechanics of the game. So I hate that, you know, everyone's got to sort of deal with how the game isn't really bad anymore like people claimed it would have been if there was still some minor mishaps with RuneScape. But thank God it's kind of a fix now, because back in 2006 to 2007, software for RuneScape was actually pretty it was pretty nice software, but there was still things where even if people were playing, there was always going to be possibly a few bots here and there, and it kind of became annoying. So luckily there wasn't too much to have to worry about in there, because Jagex would eventually just ban the bots that are in the game from those points, and even players as well who reported the bots actually helped kind of with the community, because now in today's RuneScape game we have a little over a lot of player moderators, forum moderators, and JMods, which are Jagex moderators. And luckily, in today's RuneScape game and economy, luckily everything is safe to say that everything's going to be cleaner and for the better. But the one side of the subject I'm trying to get at without erasing like the point of this conversation in this video is that back in the day when RuneScape was around, I wasn't even the kind of guy to save money. I was the kind of guy to just spend my money willy-nilly, without even a thought about the causes of having a little bit of money and not even doing anything with it other than spending that money too fast without even a second thought about using it wisely. And it's because I was kind of eager, and I was kind of really stumped with the idea that if I spend my money, then I'm going to get stuff. But if I was trying to get stuff, I was trying to get expensive stuff, because when I saved up that expensive stuff and then made more money, I would sell that expensive stuff, because then my money, of course, yeah, it kind of would have decreased a little from if there was like a 5% minus percentage in money that I was going to need to subtract so that the GE accepts it. I understand that those common mathematics actually had to take place, and those common mathematics didn't really make me a lot of money. But because I'm 21 years old now in real life, I was kind of having it really hard with RuneScape 2 in the past, because literally in RuneScape 2 it was pretty easy, but it wasn't easy enough, because RuneScape itself was just so easy enough for the common player of today, and the common player who always had like a 99 or something. But thanks to the fact there was always bots, it wasn't really fair that they were in the game, but they still in some sort of way didn't really help. They've more likely just cheated on the economy, and the economy's kind of really been a screw up with prices, and the screw up in prices has kind of been an altered, universal, psychologically impaired universe for mathematics not even to make a difference or matter. So luckily in today's universe, in today's 2015th year, luckily people aren't going to now be totally abusing and totally neglecting the in-game rules and constructed terms of agreement and terms of service within game. So I'm glad just to say that for a short story, I've been trying to make 10 mil. I hope that no one asks me for money. I hope that no one, because if I make 10 mil and people are like, oh, I'm so jealous, it's 10 mil, it's something I can never make my whole life. How does one make 10 mil without having to play the game fairly and without having any youth of time go into the game? I understand that you guys may want maybe someone to donate to you, or even to use someone else's account to get money from their account, but the thing is that's called hacking, and it's maybe not a good idea for the game, because if you do that, then it's kind of a really sad move, because it means that you're not putting your potential in the game, and by not putting any potential in the game, it's kind of your own choice if you want to get banned or found out for your IP address that Jagex can use to trace your account to to any of your hacking that you've been doing within RuneScape. So I know that like some of the things about the IP addresses and the hacking and all sorts go different places in terms of legal term and rules that apply within game for a better reality. But I understand that like these game situations and game type problems are somewhat what every kind of game on the internet deals with. And I'm just hopefully going to make a difference if anyone hears this video out for a few minutes. It's that I don't care if you guys have a hard time in RuneScape. Everyone, I'd assume, has a hard time in RuneScape to a point where then it becomes a little easier if you've put some skilling into your work. But if you've been botting, you shouldn't have to take advice from me if you don't want to. But it probably just wouldn't be a good idea for the game, and it probably wouldn't be a good idea in terms of having Jagex Studios ban your account for one, or for two, have the accounts created by some guy or guys who could be up to the bot script making and the bot programming community sued for third-party software usage that in theory breaks some safety protectiveness in game, that it could be kind of a virus later on, and that because of those things in RuneScape it kind of becomes something like where if Jagex told players within RuneScape not to use third-party software of certain kinds like an auto clicker or an auto typer, then we all know that like an auto typer, some people debate if it's possible to use it for fun. And yes, it's okay to use it for fun, because an auto typer is like OS Buddy in a sense, because an auto typer just is typing something. It's not even gonna trade anyone unless it was modified to trade someone. But because of those terms, trading someone is like having a functionality, not just a typing personality, but a functionality within the game, like trading someone and accepting their trades or declining, is kind of like being lazy enough not to care about the game enough to say that you'd like to make money legitimately and watch what you do in the game, because otherwise it would be kind of a problem within game. So I'm going to get off the subject, and I'm just going to say I hope to whoever's trying to make their own 10 mil goal, or even their 100 mil goal, or possibly even their 1 bill, 2 bill cash stack. I understand that you guys will have it pretty easy or pretty tough, but whatever way you have it, it's just going to hopefully be a lesson to learn from me and maybe from other people as well, that because of the terms of service within RuneScape, I'd say, yeah, it kind of sucks that you can't bot, and I'm not saying that I'd ever bot. I'm just saying that for people, though, it may not even be really much worth having to take a risk, because if you're going to take the risk of botting, then you might just say goodbye to some work that was already done for you and not just work that you did by yourself. So in terms of service, in terms of safety violations for RuneScape's code or game codes, then they'd probably not be secure, for the fact botting and botting type mechanisms with cheat codes could actually be kind of enhancing gameplay for the worse, not for the better. Okay, I'll see you guys later, okay? StickFiguresMaster signing out. Goodbye.